A while back, I did a video on Valvrave the Liberator, an aggressively stupid anime that was fun to make fun of, up until it decided to feature a graphic sexual assault scene. This is easily one of the most controversial videos that I have ever made. The comment section still occasionally gets half-baked defenses that miss the point completely. But one theme that I've been seeing a lot is an argument that boils down to one main point: that sexual assault is a real thing and that my reaction showed too much sensitivity. This argument bothered me for a lot of reasons, but I'm no fan of feeding the trolls, so I'm not going to list anyone specifically. But I do feel like I owe a rebuttal. So, rather than respond to some very old comments with text that I doubt anyone's actually going to read, here is my response. See, the trolls are half right. Sexual assault is a real thing. It really does happen. And that is exactly why they are wrong. See, sexual assault is a very real and very subhuman form of violence. Its effects are traumatic and its root causes are frequently misunderstood. This is why it should be taken seriously and not handled by brain-dead things like Valvrave. The problem here isn't that Valvrave has a rape scene. The problem is how Valvrave handled the scene and the aftermath. If you don't recall, the scene featured Haruto, the main character, assaulting his friend Rukino because he was a space vampire possessed by a perverse AI. To show how bad he feels about it, Haruto offers to marry Rukino in order to take responsibility. But Rukino says that it's all good because idols get assaulted all the time. See, the issue isn't so much that it happened, the issue is that they handled it with all the grace that they handled everything else with, which is none. The problem is that real sexual assault isn't caused by space vampire AIs. It's caused by a desire to show power over someone else, and not just showing that power, but degrading and hurting them in the process. Valvrave shows the violence of the act in a very realistic manner, but the reason that it happens removes all responsibility from the attacker and places the blame on something completely ridiculous. And yes, this is a recurring problem in anime. Even good anime do this. Ouran High School Host Club is probably one of my biggest feel-good shows that I can think of, but even it has a really disturbing attempted rape episode. The episode in question, episode 8, starts out harmlessly enough. The titular host club are on a beach trip, and they want to find out what scares the not easily scared heroine Haruhi Fujioka. After several tries fail, one of the hosts, Kyoya, decides that he should threaten to molest her. Now, it is revealed that Kyoya was lying. He wasn't actually going to do it, but it doesn't change the fact that that's a terrifying and kind of sociopathic thing to do to someone who is in theory your friend. But it gets worse. Haruhi's reaction to this is, "Oh, I knew you wouldn't do that, Kyoya, because you'd have nothing to gain from it." See, once again, this is a fundamental misunderstanding of why these things happen. This isn't about sex. This is about hurting someone and demonstrating your power over them. What Kyoya does in the episode is still an awful thing. Not as awful as actually going through with it, but dangerously close. Once again, sociopathically close. And I want to emphasize just one more time, no, the problem is not depictions of sexual assault in media in general. There are ways of responsibly doing it, it's just the majority of series don't understand how. In fact, I've only seen it accomplished on a couple of occasions. One OVA that actually does this trope pretty well is the 1980s Area 88. One of the honestly underrated OVAs of the era, and something that everyone should take a watch at. See, the villain of the series is pretty much one of the most awful people in anime. He gets his friend drunk and then convinces him to join the Foreign Legion so that he'll leave the country and not get in his way. He then starts a company and uses it to destroy his mentor's company. And to make things worse, this villain, Satoru, then decides that he will tell Ryoko, the main character Shin's girlfriend, that he can bring Shin back. It's just that he wants her to sleep with him first. That's right, he's doing it to degrade her, to hurt her. He is using this power over her. And here's the thing, the show doesn't sexualize it. It doesn't make it look like it's going to be enjoyable for anybody. It makes you feel gross, it makes you feel disgusting, and you thank everything almighty when the Ryoko is saved by the police before anything terrible happens to her. This scene was tasteful, it was powerful, and it understood what assault is. There are other series that have handled it well too. Revolutionary Girl Utena definitely comes to mind, as does the recent Maria the Virgin Witch, which I'll be doing a full review of in the near future. So here's the thing, guys. I've said it before, I'll probably say it over and over again. Sexual assault is a serious issue. It's a terrible thing that hurts real people. I was shocked to discover how many people who I care about in my life have been victims of sexual assault, and no, I don't look at it lightly. And no, I am not being too sensitive about anything. This is a real thing, and idiotic portrayals of it, such as the one in Valvrave, are completely unacceptable. I'm Nick Izumi. Keep on spocking in the free world.